All right, today we are installing a windshield on the Maverick Trail. This is for the full tilting windshield. Relatively similar situation on both the half and the full. The one thing is your windshield will come. This one I've already utilized to do some photo shoots with it, so we've taken the protective plastic off of it. But yours will come with a protective coating on it. Do not remove that until you're happy with your fit and all that kind of a thing. Insert it into place with the protective plastic on, because once you remove the protective coating, it is no longer returnable. We can't resell it that way, so we can't return them. So keep your plastic on until you've ensured that everything fits properly. Now, to go and install this, what you want to first start with, so we're going to take this little edge over here, we're going to slide it down into this far side. We're going to slide it down into that far side. We're going to bring it down into there. There's no trim on this one because it fits underneath there really tight. Now what you're going to want to do is kind of take your windshield, and you want to basically make sure before you go put your brackets on that it's kind of centered between these spaces. There's about 1/8 of an inch gap on both sides. That's what kind of gap we want to make sure that this isn't ticking or hitting anything. Once you have that on, then what we're going to do is we've got 4 of these clamps, and we are going to hook them on, and we're going to hook them on loosely. Key word here, loosely. We don't want to get anything tightened down until we have everything on. So that's kind of one of the things that'll help you, is if you're off in position, that's why you want to put everything on loosely, is because it allows you to then make sure that everything's set correct before you start tightening it down. And sometimes, like on this one, it almost helps to slide the bracket off of the roll bar just a slight to get the bolts aligned like that right there. You just, instead of having it hooked real tight, pressed tight up against the roll bar, just let it come off of the roll bar just a little bit. Allows your screw to line up a little straighter with it, and make it a little bit easier to get those first couple threads in. Once you got the first couple of threads in, well, then it's all easy from that point. Now that we've got all 4 of them on there, we're going to want to make sure that they're pressed up tight against the roll bar, and then we're just going to start with either the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter, and we're going to cinch that down. You don't want to over tighten these, because the way this roll bar and this stuff is set up, the windshield is not going to necessarily pull, or the bolt may not pull all the way to the bracket. You know, like your windshield may have a gap between there, but I will tell you it's going to be very, very tight, and it won't move or shake or anything like that. It's just kind of the way these guys are set up. So you want to take and get these guys nice and snug. Again, you don't have to over tighten them. They're pretty solid just the way they are. Yeah. And there was a situation where you just kind of got to tap the bracket a little bit just to get it to seat into there with the bolt on it. Just gave it a little tap back of my hand. Just pops it tight onto the roll bar. Okay, most part your windshield is installed. Now the next phase of this is when you're in the up position. You want to secure your windshield to the roll bar, and how we're going to do that is you're going to be supplied 4 Velcro straps, and 2 of them are longer, 2 of them are shorter. So one of the long ones on one side, one of the long ones on the other side. We're going to use that long one on this bottom slot here, and this long one is going to go in smooth side facing you, clip to the back, so it goes like that, wraps around there, and that secures your windshield in the up position right there. And Then we're going to use a short strap up on the top. And it's better if you go clip to the back. And we're going to repeat the same thing over here. Clip to the back, this one on there. Now, I'm going to slide that one through. I'm not going to hook up the top part, not going to do this side because obviously it's just a repeat of what we just did. Now the top shorter strap is not going to be needed to secure it in the down position. So I'm just going to take these off and throw them right there so the customer has them. You can leave the strap just like it is, just like that. Then we're going to take this strap, we're going to pass it through this slot in the windshield right here. And we're going to do that on both sides. Now, before you secure this down all the way, nice and tight to your hood, what you're going to want to do is apply the bumpers. We have 4 bumpers, and where your windshield is really going to hit is right across this side area right here. And so if you have a soft, it's going to lay a little flatter. You're going to put them in a little bit different position. In the hard, I just put one on the black, one on the white right there to give me a good safe spot so that I've got a nice distance between my windshield and that, so that there's no possibility of that getting buggered up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this longer strap, we're going to pass it. Actually, I find this to be a little bit easier if I let these out like that. And we're just going to take that strap and we're going to fold it back on itself just like that. And that locks you down. Just take that strap, pass it right through there, Velcro that back to itself, and now we are in the secure down position. So that's basically the installation process on this one, relatively simple. Some quick notes here. Always rinse your windshield off with water first. Never use Windex, never use paper towels. Always use water first to rinse it down, get all the dirt and the dust and such off of it. Microfiber cloths are your best for when to dry them. One of the notes on a little microfiber cloth is if you don't wash those, try not to wash your microfiber cloths with fabric softener, because it will actually leave a residue on your windshield. So no fabric softener gives you a cleaner finish on it. But wash it with water, dry it off with the microfibers. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to give us a call, and we thank you so much for your business. Have a good day.